you want to wear your hood?
I'm cold.
Okay. All right. All right. That's all good. I mean, I don't know what you want to convey or whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My name's Damon Russell. I'm the director of SNOW on the Bluff.
My name's Curtis Snow. I'm the star of SNOW on the Bluff.
Okay, so tell us what happened at your screening on Sunday night. I mean, I was there. I couldn't see a lot. I said it was dark. So tell me.
I mean, first off, it was a sold-out screening, and the movie seemed to be received very well. And everywhere we've played it, it's been received very well. But listen, the movie touches a nerve with people. People get very emotional when they watch this movie, and it's a little too real for some people. And there was someone in the movie, actually a couple people, there was someone in the movie who was bothered by it and really just, wanted to express that while the movie was going on. No one stopped to say, hey, could you quiet down? So I went over to him and asked him if he could quiet down. I guess he recognized me as the director, and he was very offended that I would make this movie. And, he told me, fuck you. Anyway, things kind of got out of hand. We split everybody up, and, that was it. We moved on and watched the rest of the movie.
So let me break it down. No punches were thrown?
No punches were thrown. Absolutely none.
Okay.
I'll take credit for saving his life, to be quite honest.
Your boys didn't get involved?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we were being peaceful about it, If just because it was our night and we were showing our movie and we just didn't, that's not what we came here to do.
At all. It's business.
But I told the guy flat out I saved his life, and I did, because you really shouldn't mess with
people you don't know.
Yeah, and not the people in this movie, to be quite honest.
Now, I was there, and I saw a lot of guys go into the back of the room, and that's when I got up and got the heck out. Okay, and I felt very, very unsafe, and I've been in some of the worst situations that you can think of. Okay, I mean, I've told you that I've been to the jail you spent time in.
Yeah.
I know what's going when a situation's going bad. I feel like I have a good idea. It was going bad that night. Now, what can you tell us for the Saturday screening of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there going to be security there? Have you been contacted by the festival? I mean, what?
Well, yeah, we're working it out. It'll be fine.
Okay,
It'll be fine. The point is that everything's fine. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got arrested. The film continued on, really and truly without incident. It's just there was one gentleman who just couldn't handle it. And not only that, there was another woman who apparently was on drugs or something, and was screaming in the parking lot about nothing.
The woman was not with you.
We have no idea who that person was.
She was not somebody you knew, Curtis.
She was not somebody we know, but we know for a fact she was in the screening, and she was very upset by it. Not particularly at us, but she was upset by it.
She was emotionally upset, I guess.
The film touches a nerve for people. That's what we made it to do. So, that's we expected this. Well, we're fine with that.
Well, okay, you expect a visceral reaction to what? Now, I haven't seen the whole movie. I mean, the festival said they're going to let me see the end of it because I got up and left. They stopped the movie. I left, and then it continued. Now, what do you say to people? And answer this question, if you will, that say that the whole fight was staged.
I mean, listen, I would consider myself a master of those type things at this point, and I would have done it a lot better. Yeah, it would have been done a lot better. Yeah. That guy did a terrible job as an actor, but whatever.
Whoever he was, I really feel like he was trying to sabotage our night in so many words.
He was upset about the film, and he didn't want anybody else to watch it. And that's fine. We don't know what his personal story is.
Because we don't tell everybody our secrets, people tend to get upset. Like, what's real and what's fake, what's real and what's fake. That's for us to know and the people to find out.
Now, you're wearing shades right now, Curtis. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you were feeling good when I talked to you at your screening, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay? You seem a lot more with it. You seem straight. tonight.
Yeah, because
okay?
I tried to enjoy myself and relax the first
Okay,
time.
all right.
Yeah, I got to stay on game because I don't know what might happen.
Okay, okay. So you're in the scene, and can I speak about it? The scene that all the critics have keyed up on. It seems like the one that set this guy off. That's your boy in the scene?
Yep, that's my son.
Okay, and he appears to be coming very close to you doing something illegal. Okay, and I got to ask you, was that drugs on that plate?
Like I say, it's just a movie.
Okay.
It's for me to know and you to find out. But if you know drugs, you would have knew that those weren't real drugs.
Okay, great.
Simple as that.
Great. So now the world is at ease with that. But there is an amount of tension that's just eked out of the film, and it's because you must have filmed some of the stuff yourself, right?
I filmed majority of it myself.
Okay.
Me and Damien hooked up on a tip to where I had so much stuff that was for real, and I wanted to get it out there, but he told me I couldn't because of certain matters that we would have had to go through.
Look,
so we did it in
I
a different way.
You know, some of the stuff that Curtis filmed and us, one or two things we filmed together, we burned the tape.
Yeah, we throw it away.
It was just, we can't have that. We can't be associated with that as much as it would have added to the movie because
Yeah, it made it a good movie. We just couldn't.
Yeah, we have to protect ourselves.
Exactly.
And so, that's why we're not saying what's real and what, we.
If I tell you what's real and what's fake, you might not want to watch the movie.
What's the message of your movie? I mean, I think Curtis was telling me something, but I couldn't get it out of him on the red carpet. I hadn't seen the movie. What is it?
I think it can be taken on various levels, but ultimately it's an American story about struggle and survival and poverty and life.
We just tried to put you there in the moment. Like 'cause this is going on for real. In my neighborhood and in other various neighborhoods around the world. We just try to put you right there. As a person, can walk in them shoes with that person and see for yourself. A lot of movies been made by Atlanta, they do this and they do that, but they not really telling the real true story about the people who really down at the real bottom. So we just try to, paint a little small picture of, the realization of stuff that you don't get to see, and stuff that they don't really talk about.
Now I'm going to push it with you a little bit, Curtis. You're not Robin Hood. You know that.
At all.
Okay? And you're not telling kids out there watching it on their Xbox 360 or Xbox Live. I've been told the movie is out there on that. Is that right?
It played very briefly on Xbox Live for a few days.
And you're not going to tell those kids watching it that they should be you, right?
At all.
Okay? You don't want to be a character in Atlanta, Grand Theft Auto, or anything like that.
At all.
Okay. All right. So, what would you tell the kids out there that might idolize who you are? Please, come on. No worries. You're not in the shop. What would you tell those people, those kids out there? What would you tell? What is the one thing you want to tell your son when you show him this movie when he's old enough to understand it?
The one thing I want to tell my son is he's smart enough to know wrong from right. So once I let him know that the movie was just a movie, at that time I was just an actor. That was part of my job. It was only a job for me to try to pay my rent and, do something in my neighborhood for my life. It was just a job at the time. That was the role in the movie that I had to play at my job. So I had to, I had to play that role because it was just a movie.
Okay. But you weren't always playing a role in your life. And there was a time when you confused right and wrong. Am I fair about that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
But that was then 20-some odd years ago.
Okay.
I served my time. I've been through everything I can do to, to get myself back on the right track and try to do something positive. I thought this was positive, making a movie, trying to show, people, the life story of how things go on in the real for real. But evidently, that's,
I mean, you look, man, the dude was, it was two dudes that were like, I don't know, grown men, and they were upset about the movie.
Yeah, well,
that's okay.
We've moved on from that. I just want to ask a few questions about Curtis, okay? Do you feel like the movie is going to do what you wanted it to do if the message is don't be me?
Yeah, it's just like, okay, a lot of rappers rap about killing, shooting, and all that. They just rap about it. I just so happen to have a picture to show you some of the things that they rapped about.
And it's not a good life, is it?
No, at all.
Yeah. And it's not a good place to be, right?
At all.
Yeah. You have regrets?
Many. Plenty.
Where's the film going? Got a distributor?
Well, we're talking to a couple distributors, and we got a bunch more film festivals lined up over the summer. So it'll make its rounds around the country and hopefully be available for people to watch very soon.
No one likes ordinary anymore.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, this was a Herculean editing task. As much as you shot the stuff, I mean, this guy over here really cut it together.
Without him, we wouldn't be here.
Well, that's true. That's true. So, where are you guys going next?
We can't say. He got things lined up. I got things lined up.
But we'll do something together again.
Yeah, we'll probably hook back up together again.
Sure.
Okay. You still got a camera, Curtis? Are you shooting stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got stuff on the rise myself, you know.
Now, I didn't see the end of the movie. Is your grandmother still with us?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was your grandmother we saw.
That was my real grandmother.
Yeah. Has she seen the movie?
Yes, she seen it.
What did she say about it?
She loved it, you know, because she felt like, oh, my grandson, you know, has accomplished, achieved something, you know, just something to have to show to say, well, I did this not all the time. I was somewhere doing anything bad, you know, in my younger years. I'm a totally changed person.
I guess she was very emotional when she said
Yes, she was.
I think she would be.
But I told her, I was like, hey, Grandma, I'm trying to make $1 million. If this the way I think I might can do it right quick, you know.
But you're doing it the right way.
She behind me. Yeah, I'm doing it the right way.
All right,
she behind me 100%.
Fair enough. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you want to say about the incident or about these questions? I'm not pressing you on real versus fact. I think the key issue was that crack on that plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for the record, the crack is not real. It's just a movie, and I want to apologize to the film festival itself. I want to apologize to my friends and my fans. Also, I want to apologize to you. But other than that, everything's smooth, everything's fine, everybody's great. And we just want to, you know, enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, and come to the movie on Saturday night at 11 o'clock.
It's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're out. Thanks, guys.